what is the connection between? There's obviously a clear connection between the ability to risk pain, doing something that's literally against like the most basic form of law, which is like every rule sign that's posted anywhere, which is like don't be a ballerina on this banister or whatever, like the most like childish level, you're breaking the law. What's the psychological connection between the sport itself and being a bad boy, other than the one that I just announced?
Yeah, I think
There's a fight, by the way.
you
There's a
know
fight.
it's
Yeah,
it's it's a sport that happens in the streets, so it attracts street urchins, and it's just connected to it. I mean, like graffiti, skateboarding, drugs, these things are all kind of connected. I think, Larry Clark and Harmony Korine pretty much nailed these connections down in the movie
Yeah,
Kids. Like,
kid, this looks like that movie. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah, this
crazy.
is Kids, but for real.
but without
Uh,
AIDS.
Not
Kids
yet,
had
at
but it,
AIDS.
least. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
sharing
at
needles,
the
maybe.
same
But
time, though, I used to go to the skate park as a kid, and yeah, people would be smoking weed and whatnot. But it does, I think, give young angry men some structure and
for
shit.
sure.
It's really obsessive. Like skateboarding is almost like real life video games because once you get good at anything, like the first time you do an ollie or feel comfortable going really fast or kickflip, you get really obsessed with it, and you
Yeah.
constantly want to push yourself beyond your own boundaries. Um, it was good for
So
me because I didn't play team sports. I
mhm,
was a track and cross country runner, and for some
nice.
reason, the fitness of both those kind of things complemented one another.
Absolutely.
There's got to be a well, I guess it's like in itself. I'm trying to think of any other sport that's as resembling of as like identical to a drug, because you've literally got that a tremendous dopamine hit when you stick a landing, when you stick a trick like this, and then you want to exceed the danger of it next time, probably, right? And it's like once
Yeah,
that's in your system, you fucking can't get it out.
Yeah,
yeah. I think all sports have a dopamine rush, though. Like getting a
100%. Oh yeah, for
game winning,
sure.
yeah, yeah. I mean, getting a game winning RBI will make you bust a nut for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but when you get a game-winning RBI, you're not like then like, well, what can I do to exceed this next time?
Right?
Like
Yeah.
you're
No,
kind.
that's true. That's true.
This is a
Yeah.
style. There's a style element to skating that maybe
Well,
even in any sport doesn't.
it's
I think.
almost got like a one
Yeah, yeah.
upmanship. Like you see a new spot in a video, right? A guy does whatever, like a backside 360 down it, and then the next thing you know is every fucking pro in the sport is trying to do something even harder and more sick down it.
Yeah.
But it's very like friendly competition. One thing that's cool about skating um, is it's not anything. It's not like forced diversity at all. Like it's
No.
just really it. There is this culture like if you're fucking good, then you'll be accepted.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it's very like the street. I mean, it's like you don't pick the people you're around on the street. Like, you know what I mean? That's just, those are the people you're around. These are the people that you associate with. And there's only, like
yeah,
you said, there's only certain people that even can ride a skateboard. You know what I mean? Like that
yeah,
percent of the population that could ride a skateboard and do this type of shit. I mean, if you got any preferences on who you want to hang out with, like typically, if you want to hang out with good skaters, you kind of just got to
for
take what's there.
sure. Yeah,
Exactly. At least, it's an individual sport, but like hardly anyone ever does it alone, Like
yeah. It's
it's crazy.
interesting now because now I mean, skating careers went on a lot longer than I think most people thought they would. But now I'm at the age, like the guys who were the top pros when I was a kid, some of them are still around for sure. Andrew Reynolds, Anthony Van Engelen, Jason Dill, sort of, even though he's more like a company owner. But like a lot of them now, like this guy Brian Sumner, who could obviously skate, his career didn't last much longer than this at all. Um, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact, like I said, skating isn't the only thing that makes a professional skateboarder. They are, they're selling personas, and the more memorable ones have lasted the longest. Oh, there's Alyssa Steamer.
That's Alyssa Steamer, huh? Yeah,
There
this
she
is
is.
this is Jodie Foster. Yep, Jodie Foster skateboarding.
But he's like, "Get out of here, bitch!"
Yeah.
Look, you can already tell she's like miles not as good as everybody else. Yeah. Oh wow, you did a kickflip up a curve.
Yeah, I know. Nobody ever picked her in the video game either.
Oh,
Literally,
this is Sunset Boulevard.
That nollie over that little gap is only like marginally better than I was at my best. And I sure as fuck never got sponsored. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. You said this was on Sunset Boulevard? You said there was something.
Yeah, that green building. Yeah, that green circular building is Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah, that's like good, but is that skate video good? No.
I just don't know why it's like such a problem that skateboarding's like a guy's thing. Like, why is anyone shocked that a sport that requires you to fall on stairs while flying through the air might be one better geared towards a male body?
Yeah, and be like at tops 90 IQ. Yeah, like wow. So
holy shit, Brad Hayes. I didn't even remember this guy existed.
Fuck.
Damn, that was kind of fucking nice too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the way he kind of swiped it up, it, like a waitress swiping your table at a diner.
Exactly.
Imagine a waitress skateboarder who just swipes with her skateboard.
That's probably what it was.
And just does everything with her. Yeah.
Like Avril
that would be hot. Oh, we got a reggae skater.
Yeah.
I like it when they lose balance, but they don't spill. Like they'll like
there's an art of bailing on a trick for sure.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie though, like a lot of my music taste was formed from skateboard. Like the first time I ever heard the Velvet Underground was
for sure
in the flip video, the first flip video.
I think that's probably where I heard it too. I remember my dad coming in, he's like, "What are you like listening to that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a skate video." And he's like, "Oh, it's He,
and the Tom Penny part, which was like so cool. Yeah.
Was it Refugee that they play in one of them? There was one video that had Refugee on one of them.
The one I'm talking about is in the flip video. They used tiny boots of leather, or shiny boots of leather.
Yeah.
And that's like one of my all-time favorite bands for sure.
Fuck, love Tom Petty. Yeah, this guy's like the try hard weed head guy. I'm gonna pick a reggae song.
Yeah. Oh, it's a real Alec. I think you would dig this. Like, there's a skateboarder named John Cardiel, and my other favorite company besides Baker is Anti-Hero, I always love their videos. They're all like real gnarly, like Hesher kind of guys. They jump down huge hills in San Francisco, great like heavy metal, hard rock soundtracks. John Cardiel was an Anti-Hero guy, and really well known for skating bowls and skating really fast. But there was a horrible accident while he was with his team on a trip in Australia. They got lost driving through these hills, and John Cardiel got out of the car to ask the car in front of them what the fuck was going on, and their brakes shot out, and he got run over by his homie's car.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
And it was bad. They told Cardiel he would never walk again. But
oh my God.
This motherfucker refused. Absolutely refused to not be to not be able to move again. So he went through intense physical therapy. Inside a year, he was walking. Inside of 2 years, he was riding a BMX bike. And inside of 5 years, he was back on the skateboard again. Like, I think a lot of these guys probably do have insane willpower. And
I had that ES shirt.
oh man, ES has
Also-
some good ass shoes, dude.
Fuck yeah! If you actually skated, those were like some of the most comfortable ones.
The
Like, for
Costin threes, they kind of looked like torpedoes on your feet.
Absolutely. I had the brown ones, the brown Costin ones when I was like, I think I was like in 6th grade or some shit. Like those were, I forget what they were called. I had Osiris D3s like a fucking wigger fag.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Like,
D3s were next level.
my parents bought those for me and they're like, this is what you want? Like, they're like fucking moon boots.
Fuck yeah.
They're like Uggs for men. Like, it was like fucking weird. Yeah.
My absolute favorite skate shoes ever, and I would still wear them out if they were still in production, were the America Reynolds 2 in the white and black.
Yep.
That was a great looking sneaker.
I think I ended up having some Reynolds black on black, like with the little black, like the 2 different parts of black with the E on them. Like that was those were
and the gum soles.
Yeah, the gum soles.
Yeah.
Yep, those were great. Bleached hair. That was definitely what my hair looked like when this came out. Oh, for sure. I did that.
Speaking of pipelines, where do you like what? Because the thing that you see here too is like they're Brazilian. They must have willpower, but they also are fucking obsessed and in love with skating because nothing can possibly replicate it. But what does replicate it in like among guys who get older, they retire, whatever? What did they end up going into and being successful at? That isn't skateboarding, but
the majority of them. I mean, if they're successful, most of them work for the companies or in the industry.
They just stay. You're right. Okay.
Yeah, it's tough because half these guys probably drop out of fucking high school.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I can only think of a couple top pros who left the industry entirely. The top pro that comes to my mind is Heath Kirchart, who he was one of my favorites actually, but he retired in 2012 and now just rides his motorcycle, plays tennis, and shoots photography.
I see,
but not professionally in any capacity. Hopefully these guys save their money if they do well.
Sorry, skateboarding has become so serious that the next 2 minutes have been cut due to legal problems. Triple exclamation point.
And they actually
that's like so 4chan, you know?
So yeah, the 4chan aspect of this. Go
more all that like shitty like block typeface and like all the in jokes, like it's just a good vibe.
Yeah. And yeah, it's very Sam Hyde to me. Like a lot of like skate videos have like that Sam Hyde like car video.
Wicked. Yeah, Wicked. Baker especially. Mm-hmm. One of the other really cool companies now is Fucking Awesome, which is a company that was started by Jason Dill. And Jason Dill is an art fag in addition to being a pro skater. And I used to worship this guy because he was like a pro skater who also hung out with like Dash Snow and artists in New York and stuff. But then I saw this interview with him during the Trump administration, and he was chimping out so hard. He literally said he hopes people in the FBI are taking care of us. Like his Trump derangement syndrome had reached like a level of shit tartary that I admire the guy's work. Like his boards and graphics and stuff are always great, but I want to knock some sense into this fucking guy.
Yeah, I wonder how a lot of these guys lean politically, like even nowadays.
I think by and large they're like the least politically engaged people in the entire world.
Probably true. Yeah.
But ones like Jason Dill, who are adjacent to the arts and stuff, might have the usual typical faggot political ideas.
And like and then like you said, Greco, Trump Trump guy.
Yeah, Greco's like Harmony Korine style, you know. He's just like one of those like subversive, edgy, wants to piss everybody off kind of artist.
Yeah, people seem mad. This is my thing. Yeah,
yeah, 100%. And I identify with that.
Sure.
Impulse.